Welcome to Third Generation Fitness, where we help men elevate their spirit, mind, and body. Now I've come to you today on Fitness Friday, Health Friday, with some things that are going to change the game for you. If you want to be athletic again, if you want to up that athleticism that you already have, if you want to continue to excel and excel as you age. That is what I'm all about. I am 32 years young and I am excelling at a high level in the realm that I'm working in. A lot of people have told me that, oh, your athleticism is going to decrease as you get older. You're not going to be able to do that. You're not going to be able to do this. But it's motivation for me. My goal and my motivation is to prove people wrong. People don't know. You do research on these things and you learn. And if you're constantly doing research, you can continue to elevate. If you're constantly experimenting, then you find processes that help your body. Here's a little story time for you though. Last summer, I strained my hip flexor and my groin in the same day. I did a track workout with one of my coworkers and I went way too hard. I did not prep my body for this and I was already on a downward spiral per se in my body because I was working out every single day and I was not stretching properly. I wasn't doing my recovery like I needed to. Okay, and then I found out I couldn't run. I could not sprint. It was very painful. I could feel it in my hip flexor, in my groin, and I could not sprint for about 3 months. Wow, I could not play basketball. I'm a former basketball player who played in college, and I love playing basketball. And when I got that taken away from me, it was hard for me to, settle into something else. And, I even had thoughts of, maybe I should try to train something else or train a different sport other than basketball. Even at that time, it was very difficult for me, but I learned some processes that needed to take place in order for me to, help heal my body. God ultimately healed my body, but I had to put the work in too. Faith without works is dead. Amen. But I had to put the work in too. And I soon learned that stretching was going to be one of the most important things I needed to do on a daily basis. And I was still working out during this time, but I just was not running. I was getting stronger. I was trying to strengthen my hips. I was trying to strengthen my hip flexors. I was trying to, keep them mobile, keep them flexible. But I also was doing ice baths and different things like that, submerging my lower half in ice so it can get better faster. And that all helped. And in November, I got back to playing basketball, but I wasn't top notch. It took me a while to get to the point where I could play full court again, all these different things. And I eventually got to the point that I am at now because I learned so much during this time. I learned how to stretch. I learned how to recover. I bought a massage gun to, really loosen up my IT bands, which are on the sides of your legs connected to your hip. All these different things were tight on me that I did not realize. So I start focusing on hip strength. I start focusing on single leg strength. I start focusing on hamstring strength, glute strength. So my body could sustain what I was doing. I'm a jumper. I love jumping over things. I love jumping on top of things, as far as boxes, as far as jumping over hurdles, as far as dunking. And that's so enjoyable for me. And when I could not do that, I wouldn't say it was the end of the world, but my thoughts in my head said, oh, am I gonna be able to dunk again like I was dunking? Because I was at my peak, I felt like, in jumping, but I would soon find out that there were different things that I could do to elevate. So I found out during this process of growing during this injury to the point that I'm at now, that I needed to build up the strength in my feet, build up the strength in my hips. That's number one, in my hamstrings and my glutes, but also strengthen my feet, my Achilles, and my ankles. These are two important areas that need to be strengthened in order for us to not have injuries. And if they're not strengthened, if they're not mobile, if they're not flexible, then more injuries can happen. You'll be more open to have injuries if you're not doing what's necessary on these things, as far as recovery, as far as strengthening, as far as just taking care of them, period. And when I found that, I learned about barefoot shoes and barefoot training, and I always wonder why people worked out or did squats with no shoes and different things like that. And I knew it helped stability some, but oh yeah, when I bought these barefoot shoes, I would soon learn that my feet would get stronger, my toes would get stronger. I'll be more in tune with my big toe, in balance. I would be more in tune with my Achilles, more in tune with more in tune with my ankles, and they have gotten so much stronger, which this has allowed me to get so much quicker off the ground because they are so much stronger. I was a quick jumper before, but now I'm even quicker. And these are two main things that will change the whole outcome of your athleticism if you focus on them. Glute strength, hip strength, it all coincides. Hamstring strength, quad strength, it all coincides. And when you start working on your feet, when you start working on your toes and, building them up, your ankles, building them up, your Achilles, building them up, also working on footwork and single leg stability and different things like that, then it'll all come into fruition, and you will be a changed athlete. You will be changing your mindset, and you will be doing the right things to help yourself elevate as you grow older. So focus on your hips, keeping them mobile, keeping them flexible, and keeping them strong. The whole region, okay? The whole region, not just your quads, but the whole region of that lower half, okay? And focus on your feet, building them up. Link to the barefoot shoes that I wear down below. So we have 7 exercises to implement into your weekly routine to help you get more gains. Now, if you want to get more gains, I would highly suggest that you implement these 7 exercises and then continue to move forward with us. Thank you for joining me on this video today. Subscribe, like, share, comment if you have any questions and that I can cover in the next video. But we're just looking to get fit, be healthy, spirit, mind, and body, and continue to let God lead the way in this fit transformation journey from skinny to fit. Let's get strong. Peace.